I'm Amy with Accessible Systems, and my talk is about home modifications with MS in mind. I'm in the Inglewood Adapted Show Home of Accessible Systems. We are one of 3 adapted show homes in the country. The idea of the adapted show home is for families that are considering home modifications to just learn about what's possible, to come in and see the beautiful and the functional solutions that are possible to stay in their home so that they have safety and independence. My talk is going to focus on the relevance of home modification in today's world and how learning about them can assure a worry-free lifestyle at home. Where we live, the context of our daily activities like getting in our house, taking a shower, and traversing levels combined with our individual and our family goals of staying in our home is what creates a meaningful home life. A diagnosis like MS is one that over time can change our mobility, and it's hard to predict how and when, so educating yourself early about the home modification options will benefit you in the long run. The 4 keys to think about for home modifications with MS in mind are: number 1, getting in the house; number 2, bathrooms; number 3, is it possible to live on one level; and number 4, will I have help? If the intent is to live in the current house and your mobility has changed and the use of a manual or a power wheelchair is needed, the first thing to think about is, how will I get in my house? So I'm standing here at the adapted show home, and one idea to overcome steps that are either in the front of your house or in the garage or wherever you enter is to create a no-step entrance into the house. When we come up with solutions, we often want to think about, how do we create something that's universal in design? So it doesn't matter who needs it, it could be used for everyone. So here's a great idea, which is a concrete no-step entrance. So it's just poured concrete, and it's a very beautiful and a very functional solution. And again, it has that universal design element. So if and when you do decide to move, the resale value of that house is actually increased because you've broadened the ability to sell it to everyone. So this is a great long-term solution that you can invest in now and have it ready for when and if you need it. The second area to really think about is the bathroom space and how big can we create the space to be. The average width of a bathroom door in most homes is 24 inches. So that's the first area that we want to expand and create space. So one idea that a lot of people don't know about is expandable hinges. You can just replace your existing hinge with what we call expandable hinges, and it just takes the door out of the frame and makes it flush with the actual frame of the door. And what you gain is about 1.5 to 2 inches of space that wasn't there previously. So now making it a full 24 inches. So again, we want enough space to basically get a wheelchair or a power chair through that doorway with ease. So that's one solution, and we'll take you to see another solution. Another great option to create space in the bathroom is doing a barn door solution. You can see it here. It's very beautiful, very trendy, very functional, and it saves space inside the bathroom, and it also saves space in that total width that we talked about in the doorway. So again, very functional, very beautiful solution just to create that space and that width that you might need to get into the bathroom. So once we get into the actual bathing area, how do we create that universal design? What we want to think about again is kind of removing the barriers and opening up the space. So here I'm in what we call a Euro style design bathroom, or a zero threshold shower, which basically is taking out a tub and creating zero threshold into the shower. This will help anyone thinking ahead that there might be equipment in the future or the need for a caregiver in the showering process. This will just plan and prepare you for that in the future because it's completely open. There's no barrier to get in and out if you had to roll in or roll out, and it's completely open. Again, universal in design, anybody can use this. It's very beautiful, it's very functional, so this is something that we're doing for anyone, no matter a disease diagnosis or not, and the resale value of this is actually very high as well. So another key was considering if you can't live on one level in the home, there's a lot of tri-level homes, and there's not access to a bathroom on that one level. So you have to go either up or down. So a stair lift will traverse someone from one level to the next. And here I am riding up what we call a curved stair lift. So it can go around corners, it can go around landings, and will take you all the way to the very top of a staircase, and it will automatically swivel you away from the fall line safely so that you can exit the stair lift safely. I'll just reverse that to show you. Again, this would be for someone that can transfer themselves onto the actual lift if they need it. And if we need to climb the stairs with a power chair or a wheelchair, there are options for that, like a vertical platform lift or an incline platform lift that actually carries the device and the person up those stairs or up a level. So there's a lot of different options. Elevators are a great option too, and that's another thing to consider in homes today. The final thing to really think about is, are you going to have help or need help down the road? And so the device that I'm in now might seem a little intense, and yet it is something that you want to just consider down the road. This is called a body support system. It is a specific type of lift system that really helps a caregiver as well as the individual remain as independent as possible. And so the device right now is fixed around my rib cage, it's around my thighs, and the most common place that we help people is to get out of bed. So it's basically lifting them out of bed and into some kind of mobile device like a power chair or a wheelchair. There's a remote control that's just around my neck here, and after I have it fixated, I, as an individual, independent user, can just push the button and it squeezes my rib cage based on my weight against these thigh supports, and I am completely safe in this device and held in here in a way that just is secure, and it would carry me up and out of the bed again to a power chair or a wheelchair. This can also be attached, and around a ceiling and through a doorway, so you can route it anywhere in the home. What we love about this solution is that it can attach to a ceiling and not take up room on the floor. So you don't have to worry about something that is trying to get across multiple types of flooring in a home-like setting. And you can take the caregiver's hands out of that transfer. We had one individual that we're working with currently where his daughter is his caregiver. She's graduating from high school, going off to college. So he's like, I've got to do this transfer on my own. So this is the system that he got for himself. So now he can do this on his own. So great thing to just know about and learn about and plan for if and when that happens.